Hey everybody, it's Preston here, aka Godzilla Hawk. Welcome to your 66 Q&A, or 4th of July edition of the Q&A. Hoping I do a Q&A today. I know it's 4th of July. I know probably some people are, some of my listeners are doing other things, but if you aren't, I decided to do this Q&A. Give this my thoughts, Q&A, kind of just talk a little bit. If this is your first time listening to a Q&A, you can ask me any questions or comments in the chat room about anything, as long as it's not too personal or troll questions. Feel free to ask any type of question you want. It could be wrestling, it could be movie related, it doesn't matter. Again, happy 4th of July to everybody who's listening. I'm going to basically just talk and hopefully get a few people on here. If I don't, then worst case scenario, I just delete this video. Again, I don't expect a whole lot of people. I know it's 4th of July, so some people, in fact, a lot of them will probably be spending time with family or doing other things. But I figured I'd give this one a shot and just see how everything goes. And so I guess while we're waiting, let's see here. What can we talk about? What can I talk about to kind of kill some time here? I guess I can talk a little bit about New Japan. No one's really been talking about New Japan, which is kind of disappointing because New Japan's awesome. Although after this World Cup, it's not the best choice. So if you do not know, the New Japan Cup has been going on for the last couple of weeks now. It has made its return. And we officially have the finals, which will take place next Saturday, I believe it is. And the winner fights Naito at Dominion for both heavyweight and Intercontinental Championship. Since he's a co-holder of both, I don't like that idea. I'd rather them fight for the heavyweight title. But as well as hopefully they have just Naito drop the IC title soon. Then he can hold on to the world title a little bit longer. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But we do have the New Japan Cup finals. We do have the New Japan Cup finals, and the finals are, I'm not a fan of this, so I'm actually very angry. Is Kazuchika Okada versus Evil. Everybody should have Okada as a favorite because, it's Okada. But Evil, like, really? When Evil got into the finals, I don't hate Okada, but I am tired of him getting the world title picture all the time. And Evil, I'm not gonna lie, I've just never been an Evil fan. I think the gimmick's cool. I think his theme music is cool, but him as a wrestler, he just doesn't do anything for me. He's not one of my favorites. In fact, I would even say he's my least favorite of the LIJ members. The other one being Naito. Yeah, I'm not a Naito fan. But Evil and Okada is happening next Saturday, which again I am not a fan of. I think they did Sanada dirty. I think Sanada should have been in the finals at least. And if you're going to put Evil in there, it should have been Hiromu versus Evil. At least there was somebody I could cheer for, because really, there's nobody really to cheer for. Okada, doing Okada and Naito will make the most sense because it's a big marquee match to help try to get people into the Dominion show. So it's not that far-fetched. And then Evil, they could do a storyline where maybe Evil is the first of many LIJ members to fail to beat Naito, so there could be a story there too. I can understand probably storyline aspects of why they might do that, but me personally, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a big fan of either of them. I would rather see Hiromu versus Sanada. Hell, I would prefer Hiromu and Taichi. I'm a bigger Taichi fan. But unfortunately, this was, I'll say I did not expect this to be the finals. But again, I'm not that big fan of Evil and Okada fighting. So it's basically, who do I want to win the least? I do want Okada to win the least because Okada's already won the thing twice. I don't think Evil's ever won the World Cup. So if I had to pick, I'm probably going to go more towards Evil, but that's not really saying much. But I do want to talk about something else that's happening. We are getting a return or debut, however you look at it. For next Saturday, we got Master Wato. I forgot his young lion name, but he was a young lion for New Japan for a few years. And basically, he's been on an excursion. I guess he's been wrestling in the Lucha Libre, Mexico, kind of similar to Naito. So they kind of sent him on excursion for a couple years. Now he's back. He's actually got a gimmick now. They call him the Grandmaster, Master Wato. Not too sold on the name, but at least they're getting some talent in. Because if you know, there's a lot of foreigner talents. Unfortunately, in fact, most foreigner talents for New Japan, like Will Ospreay, Jay White, Tama Tonga, Fale, Robbie Eagles, Juice Robinson, name a few, are not able to make it to Japan shows due to the virus because they have canceled the flights. So anybody in the United States trying to fly over to other countries are banned. They cannot fly there. So they're stuck. So I think this is a perfect time to start getting the young lions in. And let's be honest, the New Japan has a lot of veterans there. They have a lot of legends there, veterans, and they're getting older. You can't keep relying on them. So you need to focus on the new talent. So in my opinion, I'm glad they're bringing some more young lions in here. Kind of start making some new stars because it's about time. We need some new stars. Especially now with this whole coronavirus, we're going to need some more talent. We can't just keep relying on the same people over and over again. So Master Royal, he's having his, I guess, character debut against Doki from Suzuki-gun, which really sucks. I think Doki's looks like a really good, he's a good performer, but he's just the guy that takes the loss. He's the Bushi of Suzuki-gun, and it's unfortunate. But, it's basically going to be a showing what Master Royal can do. He came in as a young lion who was clearly a junior weight. But he looks like he got a little bit bigger. So maybe he could fight for the heavyweight division too. We'll see. At the end of the day, we got to see what Master Wall is capable of. The gimmick might not work, but maybe he'll grow over time. He could be one of the best things for New Japan. So I'm really looking forward to see what they do with Master Wall. Give him a chance. Also, New Japan, they have announced we have a couple injuries. So Yoshihashi has suffered an injury, and Yo, one half of Roppongi 3K, has also suffered an injury. That really sucks. A couple weeks back into New Japan, and we already got 2 injuries. I'm hoping those injuries are not too severe, and I hope they can make it back. Because we do have the 30th anniversary of the G1 coming up in a few months, and they're going to need all the talent they can. I'm hoping by then they should all be okay, but it does kind of suck that they lost a couple younger guys, so to speak. But at least they got Master Royal in just in time, but I hope they get some more talent soon. I hope they get Yoshihashi and Yo a speedy recovery. Dominion. We already have a couple of matches announced for Dominion. We have Taichi and Zack Sabre Jr. challenging Kota Ibushi and Hiroshi Tanahashi for the Tag Team Championships. We have Sho challenging Shingo Takagi for the Never Openweight Championship. And then, of course, we got Naito defending the Heavyweight and Intercontinental Championship against the winner of the New Japan Cup. That's so far the only stuff we have matches so far. We're definitely probably getting some more matches later on once the Saturday comes up. I'm expecting maybe a few more tile matches, a couple more tag team matches. So we'll see what happens with that. But like I said, I'm not a fan of the New Japan Cup finals this year. I think it's very lackluster, and it doesn't do anything for me personally. I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not, because I don't really want to cheer for either of these guys. But again, if I had to choose, I'd probably just go Evil just because it's a fresh winner. But that's about it. So I'm definitely looking forward to New Japan, though, seeing what they do. I'm really hoping they don't botch the G1. That's the main concern. They did a great job with last year's G1 with Kota Ibushi winning. I hope they get somebody new winning. Who I think could see the G1 winning, I'm still going to stick with it. I'm going to say Sonata. I think Sonata is still a favorite of mine. You know they're going to build that guy up. You know, um, so I'm really looking forward to G1, the 30th anniversary. So I hope they do something big for G1. Personally, if I had my way, I would love to see so Minoru Suzuki finally get a G1 win, and he finally wins his first World Heavyweight Championship. That's what I personally hope. But so we got a few people in the chat, so I guess we'll go ahead and answer some questions here and some comments. So we got No Laura. Hello, hello, happy 4th of July. Will you get the PS5 or Xbox Series X? Well, honestly, it all depends. If the PS5 can play all, and I mean all previous PlayStation games, that includes PS1, 2, 3, 4, I'll probably get the PS4 or PS5. And the Xbox, it could be the same thing. If the Xbox could play 360 games, then I'll probably get Xbox as well. I'll probably get both. It just depends. You know how the whole thing works, because otherwise I might not get either of them. No Cap 75-7. I think this is a new one. Could be mistaken. I haven't heard of him. Where's Mitch, Goldsmith, Jared, and comment? Okay. So if you've been living under a rock, I'll kind of explain this again because I do get this frequently. Mitch at the moment is retired from YouTube. Long story short, a lot of drama was going on the YouTube community, a lot of personal stuff going on, and he just was kind of just not having fun doing what he did, and he decided you know what, I'm not going to make any more videos. And so at the moment he is retired. Jared, again, same thing. He's got his own stuff going on. And then, of course, Dallas, unfortunately, we got into some drama with all of us. And long story short, he still does. He was doing videos, but he's taking time off, supposedly. And that's about it. Unfortunately, it's just they all just stopped doing YouTube. I guess Dallas still does YouTube, but I guess he stopped in a moment. I don't know why. But I mean, everyone's just kind of gone their own separate ways. Honestly, that's the basic I could tell you, without going to too much detail. What's going on? But that's basically the kind of short summary of it. What the hell happened to all of them? It's like they fell off their face. Okay, so yeah, you're asking about Mitch. Okay, yeah, so I already answered that. Okay, happy 4th. Thank you. Noah, do you see Tessa Blanchard going to WWE or AEW? Well, here's the thing with Tessa Blanchard. WWE or AEW would be stupid not to hire her. But the problem with this is her. She was fired from TNA because she was not communicating with Impact. And all Impact did was ask her for some videos for promos, and that was it. And she refused to. She never came in contact, and plus she's had her own fair share of issues, where there have been rumors about her being racist and abusing other talent. So with a reputation like that's been going on, especially with the whole speaking out movement recently. If I were WWE or AEW, I would not be in a hurry to hire Tessa Blanchard. I would not. If someone is having that kind of resume and people are coming out saying that, yeah, she did this, and she said all these things, and on top of that, she's not even communicating with her own promotion that she was working with just to send in promos, I mean, could you really trust her? Now, does that mean Tessa Blanchard is not going to go WWE or AEW? No, I think she'll go either one. WWE could use the star power for the women's division. They really could. Based on the main roster with Becky Lynch gone. At least at the moment, they could use some star power. But they, again, AEW could really use Tessa Blanchard because, the AEW Women's Division is still in the process of trying to become big. Unfortunately, it's missing something. And maybe Tessa is that woman they need. But me personally, I would not rush in to hire her, especially everything going on. I would wait a little bit, but I do see her going to either WWE. Now, where do I see her more likely going? I can't answer that. She says she always wanted to go to WWE. But then again, her father is Tessa Blanchard. Her father, Tully Blanchard, is in AEW, so maybe she would like to spend time with her dad more. It's really up to her. But at the moment, right now, she's just doing her own thing. She's living with her fiance on Daga in Mexico. That's about it. But I would not rush into her signing with anybody at the moment. Do you ever talk to any of those guys? I do talk to Mitch from time to time. I do talk to Jared from time to time, and Dallas, unfortunately, I don't speak to him anymore. Long story short, we just got into some drama stuff. We had some disagreements, and we just kind of moved on from that. And now he's doing his own thing. I'm doing my own. That's about it. So I do talk to Mitch and Jared, more Mitch from time to time, but when it comes to Dallas, unfortunately, no. Why didn't you just take over Mitch's channel? Well, I already have my own channel. It's like, what's the point of having two channels? If I ask Mitch that, let's be real. If I ask Mitch, hey, Mitch, why couldn't I just be part of your channel? Mitch would kind of just look at me funny, like, why? And let's be honest, if I took over the Wrestling Gurus or Global Smith Entertainment, first of all, it's called Global Smith Entertainment for a reason because Mitch's last name is Smith. Okay, so that makes no sense for Global Smith Entertainment. And the Wrestling Gurus, that was a Mitch and Jared and Jeremy, Jeff, Justice, Edgehead, Dallas All thing. That was never about me. So it would be kind of pointless to take over a channel that was really meant for someone else. Plus, I already have a YouTube channel. I have Godzilla Hawk. And if I do any other YouTube channel, it'll be a podcast channel. That's really it. So it would be just, honestly, there's just kind of no point. It'd be no point to it. The Wrestling Gurus what it was. It's dead now. Mitch can bring it back whenever he wants. But at the end of the day, it's up to him. It's what he wants. And look, he doesn't want to come back to YouTube anytime soon, but, I would love for Mitch to come back to YouTube. I'd like to do videos with him, but at the end of the day, it's all on him. And as of right now, he's not in any hurry to come back. I think of getting a new phone. Oh, you mean you're thinking? No, I'm the wrong person to talk to. Don't ask me about phones, cars, or anything like that. That's not my strong suit. I couldn't tell you. You have to ask somebody else, unfortunately. Do you ever see Jerry Mitch coming back to YouTube? Again, it's all on them. I'll say this point, I don't see in it, but never say never, but more likely not. And if they do come back, they'll probably be maybe featured on as guests, hopefully on one of my videos. Will you have more subscribers? Well, I mean, yeah, but so what? I don't do this for subscribers. I do this because I like doing YouTube. So, would you rather wrestle The Undertaker and break the WrestleMania streak, or be a Roman Starlight with Stephanie McMahon 2002-2003? Breaking Undertaker's streak would be very interesting, but then again, I also will have the backlash, right? And personally, I would feel like I wouldn't be worthy enough to fight The Undertaker. But then Stephanie 2002-2003, damn. Damn. I mean, yeah, I don't care how much says. That was Stephanie McMahon's most attractive, sexy sexy times. I like the coach. That was when she was hot as hell. It was in 2002, 2003. I don't care what anybody says. But then again, at that time, she was married to real life in Triple H. But then again, it'd be a storyline. So if we were talking about storyline, I would probably go with Stephanie. But again, I'm not too big on romance storylines for me personally. But I would also feel like I would not be comfortable ending the Undertaker streak. I just feel like I would not be worthy of it. And there are other times I think would have been more worthy of it. So I guess Stephanie just barely. But some people might say Taker, but you'd be surprised how many people will probably take the Stephanie one. Because they probably feel the same way, that some people think Taker streak should have never even ended to begin with. I think it should have. I just think the wrong person went over. Can you ever see Vince putting Impact of WWE Network Live every week? Oh wait, do you see Vince putting Impact on the WWE Network Live every week? At this point, who cares? like legitimately, who cares? Who talks about Impact anymore? Well, I'll say some people do, but like who really cares? Even the Discovery Network, who cares? Me personally, I was like, okay, if they do, they come on, they come on. But no one talks about Impact. Nobody. So, favorite WrestleMania entrance. I did like Triple H's WrestleMania 25. I think that's kind of an underrated one. Undertaker, in my opinion, had the best entrance at WrestleMania 29. I love that entrance. CM Punk had a really great one with WrestleMania 29 as well. The whole living color play him out. I've always been a big fan of live entrances. Let me see here. What's another one? What is another one? WrestleMania entrance. I mean, the Shawn Michaels had a few good ones. I guess for now I'll probably say Undertaker WrestleMania 29 at the moment. I have to really think about all the different entrances. For now, I think I'll say Undertaker WrestleMania 29 for right now until I think of something else. I don't watch Impact, but always having trouble gaining new subscribers. Get Impact every week. Yeah, no, no $20. Okay. People are already not happy about WWE at the moment. Now you're going to charge them $20 to subscribe to the networks? Yeah, no. 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 Absolutely not. Imagine Jushin Thunder Liger in his prime versus Rey Mysterio. Great injury. Damn, that match was... Well, they did have a match. A lot of people forget Jushin Thunder Liger and Rey Mysterio actually did have a match. Not in WWE, but I think it happened in WCW. I believe they had one match. And they were going to have a match at Japan, in New Japan, a couple years ago, but I think Ray got hurt. And then immediately, shortly after, he signed a contract to WWE. So we never got that match. And I think it was a travesty. I honestly think they should have done a Liger Rey Mysterio at Wrestle Kingdom this year. I think WWE should have been like, okay, Ray, you can have a match with Liger at Wrestle Kingdom as his retirement match. I mean, let's be real. What would have been the harm of that? They just allow Ray to have one match in Japan, give him a shout, his farewell match, and then come back. I don't think that would be a big deal. Plus, Jushin Thunder Liger's going to Hall of Fame this year anyway, so. Personally, I just would have done Mysterio and Liger at Wrestle Kingdom this year as a retirement match. I don't see what the big problem would have been. But they did have one match many years ago in WCW, if I remember correctly. Only 2 people. I'm kind of surprised. Hopefully we get some more soon. Okay. Remember when he was trying to sell big for pay-per-views on ESPN? I would recommend ever pay me on the network. Okay. Top 5 women's wrestlers who are cute to you personally. Now, when we say women's wrestler, are you talking about just WWE or as a whole? And let's be honest, you have to because are we talking about cute as in like I find them like girl next door cute? I we'll just say that. So who I find cute? I find Dakota Kai very cute. Um, I do find Bailey very cute and attractive as well. Some people may disagree, but I do find Bailey cute and attractive. Um, Becky Lynch. It doesn't matter if she's the badass man or her quirky self, but when she was quirky, she was very cute in a cutesy way. So I would even put Becky Lynch up there. Who else? Who else? I'm trying to think. Cute. I gotta really think of cute because a lot of the women there are sexy attractive, but there are women there that are actually cute. I guess Casey Canizaro is pretty cute, I would say. And then probably go with maybe Liv Morgan. Oh, Liv Morgan is pretty hot now, but I guess Liv Morgan. Maybe Nikki Cross. Maybe. Again, I'm probably forgetting a few women, but Dunfire or Sonya Deville, Alexa Sasha Banks. I can't think of two more. Paint Royce. Okay. Well, yeah, no. Paint Royce, I think, is very attractive. Sonya Deville. Yeah, I admit, she's pretty cute. She's pretty attractive. I'm not gonna lie. Alexa Plus. Oh yeah, she's both cute, but let's be honest, she's also the girl next door. She's not. She could be the girl next door in real life, but as her character, she's like the popular like model, hot model. And then Sasha, yeah. Now I'm starting to become attracted to Sasha Banks again, very recently. So yeah, I agree on that. I forgot for Living. She's number one. I was Liv. I think you meant Liv Morgan. I think your phone's all correcting you by accident. It's kind of hard. Okay, if I remember there's a W you would date and say I love you. Not okay, not in WWE. Okay. Okay, this one's gonna be tricky. I gotta really think about this. Penelope Ford, um, Hikaru Shida. This one might be controversial, but I don't care. I do find her attractive. Rosemary from Impact. Um, two more. Bea Priestley. And what's one more? Taya actually is a good one too. Oh, Tanel Dashwood though is another great one. Joanna Grace is actually pretty attractive too. Shit. Now I'm really thinking about like, holy shit, there's a few more. Shit. I guess that's it I can think of at the moment. I'm probably forgetting a couple more. I guess those would be the answers. Oh, excuse me. So we got two people to chat. Not too bad. I would like to see if we can get some more people in here, but again, it's 4th of July, so I don't expect any more people to come by. But you may know, you never know. We'll see. How far you want to see the Women's Championship in WWE? Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Shotzi Blackheart, Dakota Kai, and probably Nikki Cross. The five I could think of at the moment. No, you know what? Actually, I love Nikki Cross, but I would even say Sonya Deville. I would say Sonya Deville. Yeah, Sonya Deville. Just barely though. But I do think Sonya Deville should be a champion. I've always been a fan of her. I always sort of look at her. I was like, you know what? She's got something. She's got a championship picture written all over her, and she's really starting to showcase it. Let's see here. I wish they would push Liv. The crowd would let them know they're not allowed back in shows. Fans, I want Liv to get pushed. I agree. I want Liv to get pushed too. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but to be honest, I wasn't even a big fan of this whole like I'm just the blonde. I'm gonna be just being with Lana, then just forget about it. I really want. Don't get me wrong. Liv's like hot as hell like right now, but same time, I kind of was like, I was kind of interested, kind of where these promo package were going, like a more darker, more serious of Morgan, I thought, and they didn't do that. Not what I thought, but I do think she does deserve better at the moment. I don't like Mandy for some reason. Mandy is very attractive. She's hot, but she's actually not a bad wrestler. A lot of people kind of shit can her for not doing so well. She's actually not that bad of a wrestler. I've seen her compete a few times at a few NXT shows before she came to the main roster. She's not that bad. I will even say she's what Eva Marie should have been. Eva Marie was all sex appeal, but no substance. She was all sex appeal, but she couldn't cut in the ring. But Mandy Rose is all sex appeal, but she can actually perform well in the ring. Now, am I saying she's like an Asuka or a Becky Lynch or even a Charlotte to a certain degree in terms of wrestling abilities? Oh, hell no. But I think she's good in her own way. But hey, everybody's got their opinion. So if you're not a big fan of Mandy Rose, that's fine. Not everybody has to be. Top five, I would date Anna Jay. I forgot about Anna Jay. Yeah, not bad. Britt Baker. I don't find Britt Baker that attractive. I don't know why. I don't find her that attractive. Danielle Perrazzo. She's got a decent body, but yeah, again, I'm not that attracted to her, but okay. And Tegan Knox. Tegan Knox, though. What's funny, Tegan Knox kind of reminds me of if you see my YouTube videos, like some of my live reactions and reviews, Ashley. Her face is very similar. Tegan Knox's face is very similar to Ashley's, which I kind of find funny. But hey, what do you think will happen to Alana if she's stale now? I guess they're pointing out with Natalia. I guess they're going to do a tag team thing. Get big boobs and they're blonde. Well, as a tag team. It's like when they put R-Truth and Kofi Kingston as a tag team because they were black. I guess that's how it is. I love MVP with Lashley. It's definitely a career resurgence for Bobby Lashley. I mean, they did this in TNA. They were known as the Beatdown Clan with Kenny King. I think Samoa Joe was with them too, I think. But Lashley and MVP have history of being together, so it's not far-fetched. Someone explain to me how the hell did they destroy EC3? Tell them. I was never an EC3 fan to begin with, but you ask Dudley because I don't know. Guys, I got Mitch here. Yes, I actually got Mitch in the comment section. Guess he actually loves me. He cares about me. Thank you, Mitch. It only took you like 50 Q&As to finally get your ass over here. Mitch with a troll question. What did the fox say? He said, hurry up because the fans want me to do a video with you. I'm not exaggerating, Mitch. If you've been listening, the fans keep asking about you. Where's Mitch? Where's Mitch? Is he going to do a video? Why don't you take over Mitch's channel? I hope you've been listening, Mitch, because they've been talking about you One has been talking about you nonstop. They can't get enough of you. They love the gingerhead videos that you do. I'm trying to cover your ass. You better give me a raise. LOL, Mitch. So far, I'm enjoying Cancer Ray heel turn. Yeah, I would say Candice, I think, fits the heel role better than Gargano. Gargano just is too likable. He's too great of a performer. He's too likable. I can't buy him in the heel role. But Candice, she's a lot better as a heel. She's more natural as a heel. Not saying she was a bad babyface. It's just compared to heel turns, Gargano seems a little bit more forced, and Candice LeRae seems a little bit more natural. Years ago, they should have put Naomi Booker T versus Macho. I'm so glad Justice does not watch my channel. He'd be pissed off. So, guys, if you don't remember that joke that Mitch just said, years ago when they were doing the draft lotteries and Justice was a special guest, Justice made a card where he did Booker T with Naomi versus Macho Man with Zeb Coulter, and Mitch and Jared just lost it. They were dying. I mean, on paper, it's not, like, when you really think about it, it's not that terrible, but back then, the context of it, it's just random. It's just fucking random. Wait a minute, guys. I'm getting a call. Let me see here. Okay. Well, you're on speakerphone on live on Q&A.
How's it going, buddy?
I'm doing all right. Yeah, no, everybody. This Mitch is online. He's on Facebook right now. There. Now you guys happy? By the way, Mitch, I gotta ask you a question because somebody asked me this. Could I take over one of your YouTube channels?
None of them are active. None of them are active, man. No, absolutely none of them are active. But I would totally, if we were active and I wasn't doing this YouTube thing anymore, I totally would have.
Well, there you go, everybody. You have the answer.
Well, the only thing, if you're gonna be a part, and if you were to do it, you have to do the cheesy opening I would always do when I did Wrestling Gurus at Global Smith. Hey, what is up, all Wrestling Gurus? Mitch and Jared here. Oh no, it actually went, hey, what is going? I'm losing my touch. It was, hey, what is up, all Wrestling Gurus? Mitch, and then here's Jared. Jared, we're here for another video.
Well, there you go.
That was the best thing I think when me and Jared were a duo and stuff, was the fact that, like, I would just be off the chain and just insane, and then you would have Jared. He was the calm guy when we did our YouTube thing. I think that's what was so good about it.
No, I agree. So, ladies and gentlemen, I guess Mitch will join us for a little bit here for a Q&A. Only the second time he's been up here with me. So there you go, guys. You got a YouTube video from us. Not the way you want it, but you know what? It's the best you're going to get. All right? So if you want to see a draft video, you're going to have to fucking wait until this guy gets off his lazy ass.
I wouldn't say I'm necessarily lazy.
I don't know. That's not what you're. I don't know. That's not what Beth told me. That's an inside joke, guys. For everyone asking, don't ask. It's a long story.
No, I think when it comes down to it, though, just with everything, just even during this whole COVID scenario and everything.
Yeah.
The one thing is it's managing to keep yourself busy and as busy as you can. So that's what I've been doing, and you tend to learn a lot about yourself, and you tend to learn a lot of different things. I think the biggest thing is just learning to take things one step at a time, right? and and slow down and kind of reevaluate everything. And I think that's the coolest thing to almost forcing everybody to slow down, because I know just this last winter, it was just go, go, go for me. And it was just like, what ways can I reconnect to the things I love, right? So if that was coaching wrestling, or if that was stepping into the ring for wrestling promotion just to say I did it, if that was going to school and getting tons of classes done, and really focusing really hard and long on everything. I think that is the biggest thing. School has been the major priority in my life, and I'm almost done. I'm graduating, and I could not be more excited to be graduated this next spring coming up. But no, when it comes down to it, it's you tend to learn a lot about yourself, and you learn to keep yourself busy, and I love it. And I think my first time actually connecting back with social media was like when I did my whole Global Smith thing, and I just said, you know what, I'm done. I'm done doing YouTube. I'm just over. I'm over the whole YouTube scenario. It wasn't the same, and I'm not gonna say like YouTube being what it is. I think when we were the Wrestling Gurus, we started off at a good time where like the YWC was booming, and you had so many different people a part of that community, and I love that. And then all of a sudden YouTube started changing, and it started. I remember 2009. I just wanted to become a YouTube partner, not because I wanted the fame or and I wasn't even famous. I was, but I had a following, and the only thing I wanted to get 800 subscribers so I could apply for a partnership, because all I wanted was the banner. Because YouTube gave you that opportunity to change the colors of your channel. If it was red, blue, pink, purple, anything like that, they gave you that opportunity to do something like that. And I love that, and I just wanted a banner, and every banner that we had put up on our channel was on the backs of a lot of our followers at that time, holding contests, and people were just like, we just want a shout out, and so it worked out in my favor. And the time, I know a lot of people are like, you were just using a lot of people to make banners. I'm like, well, not necessarily. They got a shout out for it. They got credit for the work. I think the biggest thing for them too was not even just the fact that, oh, we made you a banner, but it was the fact that they knew it was almost a treat for them in a sense to know that their banner got chose to be put on the account. So they knew it wasn't just a credit in the following that they wanted. They just wanted to know that we were displaying the banner of their work. And again, Wrestling Gurus was not just made by me. It was made by a variety of different people, and people a part of our group that made our channel. Yes, me and Jared were the sole people a part of it and stuff, but we had a variety of people a part of our channel that did maybe a few videos or a bunch of videos for that success. And you know what, it's just I absolutely love. I loved what I did on YouTube, but it's no, I think it was great. And do I miss YouTube? I miss back in the days of YouTube. I don't miss when YouTube decided to sell out to Google, and now channels all look identical anymore. It's more of just way for click, like, and we were doing clickbait with Gurus as well, but that's the only way you can really get your name out there anymore, is actually with a thumbnail with text on it and the whole deal. That's just the way it developed before. And we slowly started bringing the thumbnails in and doing things to get people to follow us. And I remember a lot of people were like, oh, you guys are using fucking clickbait. And it was like, well, we have to in order to keep going. And I don't think a lot of people know this. When we were doing Gurus, a lot of people, it was in 2015, of June of May. We were watching Elimination Chamber when it was out, and I remember I went to Jared's place. It was when he was still with his ex.
Yeah.
He was living with her, and I remember we went we were doing Elimination Chamber, and we had a bunch of our crew over at his place. And I bring the camera, and Jared just lost a passion for it. And you know what? I was losing the passion for it too. I was trying to do anything and everything to work something that wasn't able to work anymore. It just wasn't. It wasn't what it was. I remember us doing our live. It was by far the worst live reaction we've ever made in our life, because it was just like nobody wanted a camera on him. Jared even was. Even Jared, the motive for him to want to film stuff, he was just like, I don't want to do it. I tried, and it was just like, it was a dead air compared to the live reactions we used to do, right? And yeah, it's a whole thing where you just realize that maybe it's just time to stop. And on top of it, I was just like, I'm done with people telling me that I have to go a certain mold that they want me to do. So I think that's why I did Global Smith, was not just because of doing wrestling content, but I wanted to do Global Smith just because I could go my own direction.
Yeah,
it wasn't the top.
Yeah, you can kind of expand.
My own direction. I was done doing the weekly Raw reviews. I was done doing all that, and a lot of people say, well, like AEW's out, and you can do videos on that, and it's just like, with this whole COVID thing going on, I can't even really stomach wrestling right now. The only way I can get my fix is by going on and watching old stuff, because like some of the things are good. Like, I've watched NXT, and NXT is doing some good things, but it's still hard to get into it, because you don't have that live crowd in there. Like, I watched the In Your House.
Yeah, no, that's true. But New Japan, they're actually might be the first promotion to actually get fans back in. So wait for a few weeks, and there's something for you to watch. They've already made plans about it.
Well, the only thing that kind of scares me with that is, yeah, like, you're going to have a crowd, but, like, what kind of precautions are you going to take with that, right? Just knowing the spread, I'm sorry to get political here. We know we have a guy in the States right now that is not even pushing for any of that. He clearly said, the leader of the United States said, if we just stop testing, it will all go away.
Yeah, no, I heard that. Yeah, I know where you're coming from. Like, yeah, let's all be honest here. Before I get to the rest of the questions, because I know a lot of people have been asking, I'm just going to say this right now. Us Americans, and I'm an American, okay? Mitch is Canadian, so he does not have to worry about this. Us Americans are fucking stupid. I will say that right now. We are stupid. Japan at least has taken precautions. And look what's happening. They're already decreasing in these cases, and now they're not letting Americans in their country, because otherwise they know we're going to start shit. So they have a code of honor. Us Americans, we're just like, screw it. I don't want to wear a mask. That's how we are. We're stupid. And Mitch is right. Our leader, which, by the way, is a WWE Hall of Famer who got in before Macho Man, just want to keep rubbing that people's face because that still pisses me off.
Well, I think just with how this world is right now, there's a lot of movements that are happening. Not even just like 2020 has just been a very surreal year for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
And learning experiences for a lot of people. And I'm not going to say we have the greatest leader here. I know right now he's trying his best to take care of the ones here in Canada, but there's a lot of things I disagree with that he does as well. However, I would rather have our leader over the leader in the States right now.
I agree.
Just because right now, as far as it goes, he's scary. It's very scary. And you look at what's going on in China and the leadership there, and even in Russia, the things going there, and a lot of things are very scary right now in this world. So I am thankful to be Canadian. We're lowering the cases here as we speak. As the states had a spike almost in like 3 days where they went 45,000 each day, and it's like we need to be smart when it comes to this. And I'm not saying all Americans are stupid, because not all Americans are stupid, and they follow the precautions, and they're doing their part in order to make sure the spread of COVID doesn't happen. However, there are a lot of ones that are at rallies saying, my body's my body, and I don't, and God gave me the option to breathe, and wearing a mask is forcing me, and it's just like, yes, guys, you're entitled to your opinion. However you feel, you're entitled to that opinion. However, the world does not just revolve around you. And this is a global pandemic that's happening, and I think that's the biggest thing. And I think with how wrestling, now to get out of politics, because I'm not too fond of them as it is.
No one is.
Just wrestling. I think wrestling too. It's tough to watch without a crowd. The only thing that I will say, like, is I've been a very avid watcher of AEW, and I do have some critiques now on AEW that I've noticed, and it's I remember me and Jared. It was actually the first time that I ranted about wrestling so long, and I was talking to Jared, and Jared goes, he goes, well, you're annoyed by this, you're annoyed by that, and so he goes, like, you know what, like, maybe that's what's irking you more about AEW, and I had to finally go off, and I went full-on Mitch Wrestling Gurus on Jared, and I was like, no, I am not. I'll say exactly what I said. AEW is a good company. It is a very good company, but they do stupid stuff. This is what they do. Why? Okay, few nitpicks here. Why does Cody Rhodes need to have 800 people with him in a posse? Why does Cody Rhodes need a manager, Arn Anderson? That's number one. Why does everybody need a manager in AEW? Why does the Natural Nightmares need Brandy Rhodes? Why does Cody need Brandy Rhodes? Why does I know that they've slowly separated, but the Blade and the Butcher, why is Allie need to be a manager of them? Why are there so many groups right now in AEW? The Inner Circle, the Elite, I get it. But you mash everybody. You have the Nightmare family, and then you have the Elite, and then the Elite on top of that. And then also on top of that, you add the Dark Order. And I'm not the biggest fan of the Dark Order. I think that is a terrible stable. Just god awful now. It is not good at all. And now they're bringing Colt Cabana into this mix, and it's just a mess. Not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of Orange Cassidy. And let me just make this clear. I'm a fan of Orange Cassidy on the lower card. That's where his gimmick is. It's kind of in the middle. It's kind of a ha-ha, makes you laugh. You watch the Pac and Orange Cassidy match, gives you a ha-ha. That's okay. It's an all-right match. My problem with it is you have Orange Cassidy ending a Dynamite, standing over Jericho, the former and first World AEW Champion, and you're telling me that Orange Cassidy looks believable. I'm sorry. Orange Cassidy should not be in that picture, and they make Jericho look so weak in that whole system, because Jericho is trying to feud with the baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson. How does a guy that does nothing brawl with a guy that was something and was all the accolades speak for themselves with Jericho, but then you have Orange Cassidy taking out the first ever and first credible AEW World Champion. It makes no sense. Orange Cassidy liked the gimmick, just a poor placement for Jericho, and people may disagree. Some people say that Orange Cassidy and the match that he had with Jericho, it reminded them of a Daniel Bryan vibe, of an underdog. I'm not saying Orange Cassidy's a bad worker, and I'm not saying that his gimmick is terrible. And I'm not saying that Orange Cassidy isn't an underdog and is just awful in general. I'm saying that Orange Cassidy's placement with Chris Jericho was unneeded, in my view. AEW is also obsessed with, like I said, managers. You have to have a manager for Lance Archer with Jake Snake Roberts, which is like, limit your managers. You have Tully Blanchard with Sean Spears. It's like, okay, you have that now. You have Wardlow and MJF. Like, how many people need managers here? Like, really? How many managers do we need? I think Marco Stunt is awful. I think they should just get rid of Marco Stunt altogether, because he's not good. I've never liked Marco Stunt. I never will like Marco Stunt. So that's number one there. I think I like Luchasaurus. I think he's very athletic. This is my problem. How come everybody in AEW needs to do the same stuff? And what I mean is, Luchasaurus, yes, he can do a moonsault. He can do a freaking shooting star press off of the stage. Tell me this: why does that make sense? It doesn't. Yes, you're showing us you can flip. That is cool. That is athletic. I commend you for doing that. But the size of Luchasaurus could be a force to be reckoned with. He doesn't need to do a choke slam to a moonsault. When you watch him walk out, he's doing these fucking big boot stomps where it's just insane. And I think that is what is so cool with it. He's real. He's a monster. But when you take a monster and you make him do flips, you're gonna end up like frickin' Brock Lesnar. That's why Lesnar doesn't do shooting star presses anymore, and that's why they told him not to do it anymore when he was in developmental, when he moved up. Yes, it was a memorized thing, but when you're doing flips and stuff every single time, and when you're watching the same guys do, when you watch a first match and you see them do tope suicida, or you see them do a plancha over the ropes, or you see them doing all these flips and spins and all that stuff. So you watch that in the first one, first match, and it's very impressive. Then you go into the second match and they do the exact same thing. Then you go in the third match and they're doing the exact same thing, but now with the women. Now we're going into a tag team match and they're doing the exact same flips. So now we've watched 4 matches on that show where everybody, and that's the thing, independent wrestling is great. I love independent wrestling. But pick your spots. You don't need to do every spot in the book just to be impressive. MJF doesn't. MJF has a match. He does a few of his spot moves. It's interesting. It's good. He takes it home. You don't need to do the same moves every single time. And I think the only good thing right now with AEW is the fact that since they have FTR, they can have proper tag team matches where they follow the rules and the refs abide by the rules and not look like idiots on top of it. I think that they bring too much people in already instead of building on what they have. Like, yes, I love Brian Cage. I think Brian Cage is great. But Brian Cage, how many guys are you building? You were building Lance Archer now because he was the flavor of the month. Now you're focusing on Brian Cage. And I get it. Lance Archer's great. Brian Cage is great. But you're bringing so many people in, like Matt Hardy, which I will say this right now, and Preston, I don't know how you'll feel about this, but I cannot stand Matt Hardy. I cannot stand his gimmick now. I can't stand watching him on my TV. The broken Matt Hardy thing, I can't get into it now. I love the broken Matt Hardy, but it's just, and yes, some of the turns where he turns into like Hardy Boys Matt Hardy and everything, it's just like I'm struggling even getting behind Matt Hardy now. I just with everything right now, I'm just, what I would really love is some of the booking to get better. Like Hikaru Shida winning the title, I thought that was smart, beating Nyla Rose. I'm glad that we haven't seen Riho, because I cannot stand Riho. Riho is awful. He's terrible. Rio, no. Rio should never ever appear on an AEW broadcast ever again. She was a terrible choice for the first ever women's champion. I'm glad Nyla Rose won. I wasn't a big fan of Nyla Rose, but Hikaru Shida, very good. Enjoy her. I think she's going to do wonders when it comes to the division. But no, not a big fan. Not a big fan at all. All of even the women's division. I honestly, if you want my honest opinion, I think the first ever winner of that, the first ever person to become the AEW Women's Champion should have been Britt Baker. They should have given it to Britt Baker. They should have had her hold it for a bit, and then they should have turned it into a heel turn. That's what I think. Have her as a strong babyface.
Again, you've been talking, with respect, we've been talking for like 20 minutes. So you've been talking a lot.
I know, I haven't talked for a long time.
Yeah. No, so we're not going to go to this debate. I will say this. I do disagree on a lot that you said, but I do think AEW is not the best wrestling promotion. I do think it does have its fair share of problems. I do agree. I like Riho. The problem was they didn't build her enough to make her a believable champion. I think they should have honestly waited at least a few more months to build them up. So then when Riho did win the championship, then it would have been like, okay, I can buy into this, or okay, I can relate to her. And I will stand by this. I will stand by this. The biggest reason why NXT is still better at AEW is the women's division. Compare them. There is no comparison. I have always said the biggest problem with AEW is their women's division. I will stand by that. They have good wrestlers. They do have some good athletes. The problem is, though, it feels like every time I watch them, it feels like they don't have enough time to. It feels like they don't practice. It feels like they haven't practiced a whole lot, and a lot of the stuff seems sluggish. I like Penelope Ford, but there's not enough time for her. Riho, I like Riho, but I think they pushed her too soon. I think they should have waited on her and build her up. Nia Rose, I think they should build her up a little bit more too. Hikaru Shida, I like Hikaru Shida as champion. I do agree. She's probably their best women's champion thus far, but that's not saying much because she's only our third champion. There could be others. Penelope Ford could be in that picture. Britt Baker, as a character, I would say about Britt Baker right now as a heel. As a character, fucking brilliant. She can talk. She's got tons of personality. She's awesome. She's a top heel. As a wrestler, I'm sorry, she does fuck all for me. I'm sorry, I cannot buy her as a wrestler. Character-wise, perfect. Wrestler, cannot stand her. She has not impressed me once since her debut. But if you want to give her the championship as character-wise, I understand. Because let's be honest, character-wise, she's got it nailed in the bag. So if they want to give that belt to Britt Baker next, I totally understand why. But I'm going to say this, and I have said this since day one. The best women's wrestler they have on that entire roster has only appeared a couple times. And that's Bea Priestley. I will stand by that and fight anybody. People will look at me going, Bea Priestley, who the fuck's that? Well, go watch Stardom. She's one of the best fucking athletes they have. In fact, the best wrestler they have. The problem is she's barely been on TV. So nobody knows about her. And it sucks. Because she's fucking fantastic. And yet she's only been on TV like, what, once or twice? And she either loses or is on a fucking random tag match. And it sucks. Because there are women that are great, like Big Swole. She's good, but we rarely see her.
Big Swole is actually really good.
But the problem is we rarely see her wrestle now. She's always on Dark. So it's like, how am I supposed to get invested in her? You know, Anna Jay. You know, I've heard good things about Anna Jay, but again, we've barely seen her. You know, there's so many people on there that could be good. But it just feels like they're still waiting.
I don't like her.
I think the problem is the women's division just felt forced. It felt like they were just trying to sign women up. They were like, let's do this thing. And then it was like, shit, what do we do now? Because I'm saying this, they have great talent. I'm not saying women's division is not talented. I'm just saying I think they kind of rushed things in. I think if they would have waited, took their time, build up characters, and then eventually you can actually make the title. You could still have the division, but not. I would have not done the championship right away. So maybe within like a year of TV tapings, not pay-per-views, TV tapings. Maybe by then, Riho would have been more acceptable. Or maybe a Nyla Rose could have been more acceptable. But the problem is, they rushed it in too quickly, and they put two people in that people kind of question going, why are these two in the finals? They're like, yeah, I guess I like Riho, but who is she? I guess Nyla Rose is kind of cool, but what about more about her? And you're right that there were people talking about Britt Baker was going to be the first champion. There were people saying like, oh, Britt Baker's going to be champion, whether we like it or not. She's going to be it. And guess what? On one hand, I'm glad they did. They swerved us. But at the same time, knowing what they've done, it's like, you know, would really that be that big of a deal? At this point, like you say, they could have done a Punk role with her. Have her first half be a babyface champion, and then turn her heel midway through, and then she could have been great. And with her being heel, you can have.
When she could have started extracting her teeth and stuff, I think, like you could have done like a non-title. You could have done like a non-title match, or you could have even done a title match where there was an upset win, and then you could have had her turn right there. I think, and then you could have had her show her true colors. I think that's what would have been the best thing for business. And I don't know. It's just
the women's division needs more effort. I think the problem is the women's division is still trying to find its roots. They have a couple of gems in it, but a couple of gems is not going to save an entire division. You're going to need to make everybody a gem. And I'm not saying everybody has to be a gem. Not everybody's going to be the face of the division. I'm not saying that, but you need to have more variety. You can't just rely on, oh, we'll just throw in Riho in there because, you know, she worked with Kenny Omega. Okay, she's good, but I kind of wish there was more effort into building her up. Well, Nyla Rose, okay, first transgender, she's big, she's a beast. Okay, cool. Build her up. Hikaru Shida, okay, build her up, which they've been doing now. And Hikaru Shida is great. I will stand by that. Her and Penelope Ford had a really good match. They really did. But I would like to see more like from Penelope Ford. I would like to see more from Anna Jay and Big Swole. And I would love to see more variety with everybody. And that's my problem is when you compare the women's division and NXT's on fire. They got all the talent. They got stars. You know every single one of them. Shotzi Blackheart, I got to work with her. I booked her for one of the shows. She's gained fucking over. She's one of upcoming stars. With AEW, who's that? Who's that? Who's that upcoming star? I mean, maybe Penelope Ford, but she's a heel. You're not supposed to like her. You're supposed to hate her. And that's another problem. You don't have enough women to build up. And it's kind of sad. Like, I'm glad that you, like, for example, that's why a lot of people say, oh, Tessa Blanchard should come in. Yeah, but like I said, you shouldn't rush her in because of her past allegations and stuff like that and their issues. You shouldn't rush her in. But Tessa Blanchard would be a great choice because she has that star power that AEW could use. And with her, they can build up the talent that they have that a lot of people don't know. So that you could have a solid, if not even fantastic division. Like the tag division. Tag division is great, but at the same time, it's also a problem because they also have a lot of tag teams that aren't being utilized. Like, where the fuck are Angelico and Jack Evans? They're fucking fantastic. One of the best workers in fucking AAA. I love them in fucking Lucha Underground. And then here's like, great signing. And they're fucking jobbers or they're not even on TV. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? I get you have a lot of tag teams, but that's also a problem. You're signing too many people. And that's one thing I kind of will agree with you to a certain extent, is you're signing too many people at once.
I mean, they're not building a foundation. They're just signing the people to sign them, which is great. Well, we'll put them on Dark, but it's like...
But nobody watches Dark. That's a problem, though. Nobody watches Dark anymore. What they're doing is exactly what WWE does. You're just signing talent to sign them. Why are you signing them? Let me ask you, why did you sign this person? I don't know. Well, if you don't have a reason to sign them, like, why the fuck are you signing them? If you're going to sign somebody, figure out what you're going to do with them. That's where I'm at. Okay, if you're going to sign, like, Lance Archer, I expect you to use Lance Archer. Not for him to lose to Cody in the finals and then just be like, okay, he's going to throw a big temper tantrum, and then he's going to have a random match out of nowhere with fucking Joey Janela. It's like, why? Why is he fighting Joey? I'm not saying the match is going to be bad or anything, but why is he fighting Joey? Like, there's no build-up. It's just all like, oh, we're going to have him fight. Why? Like, why is he fighting Joey? Did they, like, lose a card bet? Did he spill coffee on fucking Lance Archer? By the way, if anyone gets that reference, you deserve an award for that one. But it's like, why? Why? At least with Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela, there's a story now with them being a tag team. So if they could do that, why can't you just build a story with Lance Archer and Joey Janela? If you're not going to use Lance Archer right away, then build him up for something that's meaningful. If you're going to have a feud with Joey Janela, then at least explain a fucking scenario. Dark Order could be something good, but let's be honest. You're right. It's not the best stable right now. It's not. Like, the Colt Cabana stuff is interesting. At least they're building up to something, but at the end of the day, it's like, nobody really cares about the Dark Order. Personally, I want to see Brodie Lee just as his own guy. If you want me, personally, I think it should have been Jake Roberts managing Brodie Lee. It should have been that. I'm not saying Lance Archer was a bad choice, but I think Lance Archer is great enough. He can hold his own. Brodie, I think, could have matched very well with a Jake Roberts. And I think that it's just a little... Well, pulling the Dark Order, it's like, I'm glad that he's finally a leader. He could speak, but at the same time, it's like, it's kind of a mismatch. I kind of wish it should have been Brodie Lee with Jake Roberts. I think Brodie Lee with his Luke Harper gear, which, by the way, he's worn since CZW days, just this whole swamp thing, Jake Roberts being the snake, it feels right. It just feels right. And then it's, with Archer, it's just, huh? And like you said, I love Lance Archer. I was starting to become a big fan of his in New Japan as a single star. So, but it's like, I do agree at a certain point that I think they need to cut down the talent at the moment and focus on building up the new guys. Because at the end of the day, like you said, you may not be a fan of Orange Cassidy, like fighting with Jericho. I love it. I have no problem with it. But because it's showing that you need to showcase the new talent. And like you said, his gimmick is not meant for main level. I'm not saying the guy should fucking fight for the World Heavyweight Championship yet. Like, I'm not saying that. There are other guys that should be doing that. But it's nice to showcase the new talent, which is what AEW should be doing. That's another thing that TNA did wrong. They just brought in the WWE guys, and they're like, oh, let's just throw a belt on them. And that was a problem they cannot do. They can't keep relying on these guys from the past to put the torch on. Look at all the talent you have. Joey Janela could be something big. He really could be. Start utilizing him. Build him up. Darby Allin, I will say this, is going to be a future world champion. Luchasaurus could be something big. Jungle Boy, I'm telling every one of you, he's going to be a world champion. MJF should be the guy to take the title off Moxley. I think MJF is ready for that position. He is a god. And fucking Sammy Guevara, he should be a star. He should be a single star. That guy's fucking charismatic. He's been one of the most entertaining things on that entire show. So it's not like they don't have the talent. And I understand why they put the talent Jericho. They was new, and Moxley was red hot. I understand that. But they can't go on the trend of let's just put the title on like Matt Hardy or Brian Cage or fucking Cody Rhodes all the time. You can't do that. Because then you're just TNA and you need to focus on your newer talent. Focus on the Darby Allins. Focus on the Guevaras. Focus on the Brandon Cutlers. Focus on all these guys that not everybody knows and build them up. Because at the end of the day, guys like Jericho are not going to be around. He's what, 50 years old? Almost? You honestly think Jericho's going to be doing this forever? No. One day he's going to retire and you're going to need new talent. Moxley is in his mid 30s. You know, he's not getting younger. Brody Lee, he's almost 40. Lance Archer's 40 years old. Matt Hardy's almost 50. You can't rely on these guys. So you need to build your talent up. And that's one thing that, like I said, I've always given NXT credit for. They built their talent. They have built talent up and they made it to stars. The problem is when they go to the main roster, it's 50-50. That's the basic rules.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what you're going to get on the main roster. You're either going to get a star or they're going to get fucking buried like EC3 in the Revival and just to name a few. Bo Dallas. Like, so it's AEW needs to be careful. There are things, like I said, they do need to work on. I 100% agree. But I'm going to disagree on certain points on what you said. But I think people saying that AEW is the greatest wrestling promotion right now, I will stand by it. You need to fucking back off. Because you're nowhere near NXT, and New Japan is far superior. Okay, you're not fucking New Japan. They already got fucking Young Lion coming back with the new gimmick and everything. He's finally actually becoming a star. So you're nowhere near that level, and AEW does need to do a lot of fixing. They do have the potential.
But one thing I'll say about AEW is that they are definitely, for their demographic and for what they're pertaining to in ratings, they're doing way better than WWE is. That's the only thing. But again, that's with their network and everything. Compared to a bunch of other networks, WWE isn't like they're hitting record lows for a lot of things.
Oh, don't get me started on that. Like SmackDown just hit the lowest ratings-wise just recently, which is not good. But like I said, but NXT has won the last couple weeks in the reigns, so they're getting up there. But AEW is still winning.
Good stuff.
Well, yeah, no, it's all about yeah. But let's be honest, like it is what it is. Unfortunately, I just want a good show. That's all I want. I want a great show. I don't expect a perfect product. But I do want to enjoy a majority of it. But unfortunately, when I watch AEW, it's just good. It's not great. It's not fantastic. It's not NXT takeover levels of amazingness. It's just a good product to escape from like the bullshit from the world, WWE, any other problems, whether it's political, the whole speaking out, everything. It's just a nice escape. But they're still young. They still have a long ways to go. And I think that AEW still has a lot to do in order to be the best. And they're still in the process of doing everything to make themselves good. And they need to start focusing on doing their own thing. And that's exactly another problem. I think it's about time they need to stop this competition thing on Wednesdays. I really think it's overdone because AEW, it's not going their way. I'm telling you right now, if they're on separate shows, they'd be doing at least 1 million. But because it's on the same show, they're dividing the audience. And on one hand, that's good. It's competition, but it's at the same time, it's not doing them any favors because now their numbers are low. It's not getting higher, it's low. And it sucks. I like to see them both succeed. But I really think AEW has the potential to be great, but they need more time. They can't just keep doing everything just to do it. Like, you need to start building these guys up. And that's what I'm saying. I think Jon Moxley should drop the title, not to Brian Cage, because that's too soon. He needs to drop it to MJF. Why not? Give it to MJF. And then, if you want, have MJF versus Hangman Page. Next year at Double or Nothing, give Heyman finally the title. He's one of the most over guys on that roster. I think at that time it would be perfect. Because I think MJF is ready. Even though he's young, he's fucking ready. He's ready for that main event scene. He's fantastic. So that's why I personally believe. But ladies and gentlemen, I know we've been talking a lot. It's been a long Q&A, but let's get on back with the questions very quickly. So I do apologize, but Mitch and I did have this discussion. It's nice to hear from Mitch. So let's go back and let's go ahead and finish up these questions very quick. All right. So
Hey Preston,
yeah.
I'm actually gonna head out now. I'm actually just very short. I've grown into the love of doing GTA, so I play a lot of Grand Theft Auto online with a bunch of people, and so I'm actually gonna bow off because we're gonna be doing some heists and stuff. I know I've went to the dark side and started playing GTA 5 because WWE 2K20 sucks.
You know it's bad when they're actually promoting 2K19 on their shows rather than 2K20.
Are they actually?
Well, I don't know if you watch Raw. You remember the Raw when Christian was about to fight Randy Orton? And they had the segment with Christian and Ric Flair talking, and like Ric Flair was trying to convince him, don't fight Orton. Well, pay attention to the background. You notice it was a 2K19 poster and not a 2K20.
Well,
That kind of tells you everything, because usually when they have a game, they usually update on the new recent game out or coming out, but instead it was 2K19. I'm not kidding. Go back, watch that segment on YouTube, and look at the background. It's a 2K19 poster.
I gotta totally watch that. Well, with that being said, dude, I just thought I'd pop in and say hi, and then I went on a fucking tangent like I always do, and it hasn't changed ever.
No, you still have that low mindset. The old saying with you: the things you like, I talk about. The things I don't like, I shit on. That's always been your model.
I was being a little bit more PG this time.
Well, yeah, you gotta be PC because now the world is offended by literally everything. You can't say anything without pissing somebody off.
Well, I couldn't say anything about when I was on YouTube without pissing people off.
Yeah, but now today's like everything's PC.
Pretty much.
Sucks, but all right. But thank you for calling, Mitch. Guys, he's gone. I'm gonna go ahead and answer your questions. He's gonna play Grand Theft Auto. Again, guys, if we end up doing some sort of video together, Mitch and I'll let you know. But at the end of the day, it's what Mitch wants to do. If he wants to do the video, he'll do it. But he can't make any promises right now. He's happy doing his own thing right now. He's got his own life ahead of him, and he just wants to focus on that. But if we do a Q&A together or something else, I'll let you know in advance. But at the end of the day, it's what he wants to do. So there you go, guys. The evidence was right here from the man himself.
Thanks again, Preston, and enjoy the rest of the Q&A, buddy.
All right. Enjoy your day, too.
Okay, thanks, buddy.
Peace. Okay, I apologize, guys, for that. So, all right, let's go back. Let's go back now. We'll start back with No Laura. Let's not forget 3 years ago today, the Usos destroyed Xavier Woods with the page turner. I don't even remember that. I like to see Zach Coulter come back with Baron Corbin manage him. Only if Baron Corbin goes back to being the actual killer, not the King Corbin gimmick. Joe was a heel. In my opinion, he was the babyface. Someone explained to me how Tina Knox face survived British Strong Style looks so beautiful. Well, asked Becky Lynch the same thing when she got in contact with Nia Jax. I still remember when Midge moved with Dallas, LOL. Me too, I hate it with no crowd. We're doing good here, Virginia. Our cases are going down. That's good. Well, that's good. All the supporters will drink Kool-Aid with poison in it, like Jim Jones and cult leaders, stuff like yeah, unfortunately. When do you see Orange Cassidy anyway the TNT Championship? Maybe one day. I do see Orange Cassidy going to like the mid-card scene. I think that would be a better spot for him, but don't be surprised if he eventually goes to the main championship picture. But I would build him up slowly, and I think a good TNT Championship run might do good. I wouldn't do it right now, but someday I think you should. Don't always have any issues with new people to sign up for the W Network. Well, that's because their product sucks, and there's a lot of backlash. There's a million problems with that company, not just the booking. So AEW sucks. I don't even watch AEW. It doesn't suck. I just think people are overrating it as like the greatest wrestling company ever. I think it's good. I just think it has a lot of like, issues that needs to be dealt with. Do you think do you see Tegan Nox versus Dakota Kai Revi ending in loser leaves town match? I don't know. I mean, I kind of don't want to see either of them go on the main roster, especially Dakota Kai, because I'm a huge Dakota Kai fan. That's just me personally. Okay, so I think I got to everybody. I want to double check here. Top 5 PS2 games, I can't tell you. I don't have a PS2. I'm sorry, I can't tell you because I don't have a PS2. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video because it is getting a little bit like this was a long Q&A. I did not expect this Q&A to be this long. But it did. And I had fun. So first of all, it was very nice of Mitch to call back. Thank you guys so much for your questions, comments, and thank you for being so patient. I know Mitch went on his little ramble there for like 20 minutes, and then I went on for another 10. So, but you know, it's always nice to hear from my buddy Mitch. So it's always nice to hear from him. But again, thank you guys for coming by and giving me your thoughts and your questions about everything. I don't know when the next Q&A video I'll do. I hope we will get some more people in. But out of that, I'm going to go ahead and end this off. I'm going to do a few things. So out of that, I'm just going to say, take care of my peeps. Have a good night. Stay safe.